Hey guys, this is Manshark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, this is Crusader Kings II, and this is Millennia in the Making, episode 153. We're currently playing as Kaiser Anselm the Great of the Holy Roman Empire. He's getting on a little bit. He's the son of Kaiser Arnulf the Great, who himself was the grandson of Kaiser Wilhelm III, who is the Cruel, and so on and so forth, all the way back to Duke Otto of Saxony. I'm kind of not too impressed by some of our our inheritance issues here. See, Rudgar will be fine. Rudgar is pretty good, I've got to say. I mean, he's cruel, but yeah, you get that. He's alright. But then Feitmar inherits after him, and Feitmar has a pretty useless stewardship stat. I mean, he's great at diplomacy, but, you know, his wife's alright, so maybe that'll counter for it. But then after him, Werner and Feitmar here. Werner is sickly, and Feitmar is both a hunchback and sickly. Is his wife a hunchback? No. So I'm not quite sure what we'll do with that. But before we even get to that, we've got a more pressing issue. We're at war with Cumania for Italy, which is over here. And the guy sent us a peace offer, which is very nice of him. But we're just trying to work out, we're using this as a bit of a troubleshooting thing to work out exactly how we can do this without the game crashing. I accepted this last time, and it crashed the game. Like just in a previous record of this. So what we're going to do, trade zones, get rid of the dements, and we're not going to go to the Sahara this time. We're going to test this out. So let's see. This entire process could just be random. I'm not sure. Yep, there we go. We got it. Okay, good. So all that land is now ours. Let's get rid of all of these. We'll distribute the titles appropriately. And then, well, next time we get into a holy war, we can really test that out, can't we? So let's just order this properly. There we go. Maybe it's just something to do with a demence thing. Right, you guys, are you moving anywhere? You should move back to there. You can go to there. And you can go back to there. That way you'll be in a nice sort of triple backup position. Anyway, we have lands to, well, distribute. Now, I'm not too sure if any of these places actually had barony holdings, so that could be, there's one. There's two. Is that the capital? No, the capital is Italy itself, down there on the coast of the Caspian. Probably mentioned this before, but it really is irritating that you can't use boats on the Caspian. I know why you can't use boats on the Caspian. And it's simply because prior to the coding that let them have the separate sea zone down here and the separate sea zone up here, there was only one sea zone because it confused the shit out of the AI. So that's why you can't be on the Caspian. Even though it does link up to up here, so the Vikings can actually get ships down here, it wasn't possible for the AI to use it because only Vikings can transport along major rivers. For some reason. A few people have suggested that maybe it should be that Vikings can only use these portages, like the portage between the Volga and the Don here, because that's traditionally how the Vikings did things. They'd get the boats and drag them across little bits of land like that. Dietary cure. Let's losing a bit of focus here. Let's form the Duchy of Italy. Thank you. Now, Godzello, you're not worth holding it. Ludolf, yeah. Theodoric, much better. So Theodoric will be the new Duke of Italy. And on that note, Impaler, barely newer. Right. So, let's see. What else is there to do at this stage? Well, the King of Ireland grew up, or the petty King of Tara grew up into a adult. He'll die at some point, then we can take his lands off him. We've probably still got a truce with the Ilkhanate. We do. We actually have army levies raised, don't we? This army here. We're going to put them all down. That was levies and some holy orders. That's fine. It barely costs us anything to raise up the holy orders due to them being, you know, our vassal mainly, except for Knights of Santiago. They're already under contract. So, you know, whatever. Now, let's check out where our troops are. So we've got troops down here. We don't have any sort of truce or anything with the Ilkhanate. But there is this really weird thing where the current heir to the Ilkhanate is the High Chief of Turkestan. I don't know whether he'll get the armies. I mean, currently the leader of the Ilkhanate is a 1-year-old, which is kind of amusing to me. He's got nobody in his court other than prisoners and his regent, who is his former mother. Well, his current mother, really. He's got a bunch of vassals, don't get me wrong there, including the High Chief of Turkestan. This guy. Is he assassinatable? Oh, he surely is. Now, okay, so what's happened here is he's not the king of Turkestan. He's not this guy here. This guy's the king or Khan of Turkestan. Right, this now makes a lot more sense to me. This guy is just the Duke of Turkestan, and Turkestan being over here, he has somehow taken that. For reasons, I guess. Well, one way or the other, this guy's gonna die. Invite everybody who'll join in, and let's get the game going. While we check out where our other armies are. Okay, so these guys are moving back after that little abortive attempt to attack the Ilkhanate's armies. On that note, we should probably take Khorasan. Or at least one of these duchies down here, just to give us a little bit of... Because the main problem with moving up here at the moment was that we've only got this very slight incursion area. Though, if we took Dihistan off for Shahrazids, that might help. Though I feel like this... We're going to wait till the end of this adventurer war, because it's doing something that I'm not quite sure of. And in the meantime, just check out all of our armies sitting around doing not much. Okay, we've got those 2 down there, there's 3 there, there's 3 up there, and that's really it. Well, let's see how we go with forming another one, just you know, to see. So we need 18 shock retinues. Well, that's come along pretty well. 15 skirmish retinues, which should bring the total up to... we're not going to make that. Nope. We got 29, so we only need 4 more skirmish retinues, and then we can start working on knights. So that's pretty close. I'm pretty happy with that. So I guess let's take some land. We should still have a truce with this guy. Oh, we really are getting a bit of lag today. That's unfortunate. We could do a holy war for just that province. What about this guy? Nope, truce with him for a few years. We could come down here and hit this revolt. We definitely don't have a truce with them. That would actually put us into contact with the Ratta Empire. Not that we can't already declare war on them, but this will give us like a supply limit thing all the way there. What about these guys? Oh, I've got a claim for someone. That's useless to us. Alright guys. Moving on down. And that should go fairly well for us. And over here, the Korobadids. Could just take Hamadan there. It doesn't really help us with access to the Mongol stuff, but, well... it doesn't not help us. And we'll keep the Shahrazids open for the meantime, because I'm not quite sure what that adventurer war is going to do. Yeah, we could take Khorasan, but Khorasan already has very low supply limits for us. And the Korobadids do actually have 21,000 men kicking around, so I'm actually going to wait and see what happens. Because I get the idea that the Mongols and the Shahrazids aren't very friendly, because, well, they're currently at war. Well, sorry, the Mongols and the Korobadids. So hopefully they fight each other, and yeah, we have some exciting events. Not that we'll be able to see, because it'll be in fog of war. Of course. This guy was pissing me off. Okay, well, let's see if we can hire anybody else in on this murder thing. You, my friend. My good Persian friend. You as well. And... yeah, you too. Yes, it does get a lot easier to plot assassinations against the Mongol forces after they start taking land, because the land that they inevitably take is, well, held by foreigners. Not members of different religions, but foreigners. Which is fine. Okay, what's our supply limit like there? It's alright, but we are going to have to move everybody back a bit again. Just to get them back into friendly territory. Because why not? And all of the armies still have their 14 retinue units per flank, which is great. Without those, we would be in a bit of worry. So in regards to the crashing issue, just to come back on that little tangent there, in regards to the crashing issue, what I will do is fight holy wars as normal and force them to surrender. I won't be pressing surrender, but as I force them to surrender, I'll go family trade zones, get rid of the dements, and just see how that goes. I might not actually go family trade zones next time. We'll test it out. Test it out, even if I have to abandon an episode because it, you know, crashes on us. It'll still be worth just finding out. Oh, we're not actually advancing. Oh, right, because I sent our spy master somewhere else. Oh well, until he's back, I might as well send my chaplain to proselytize. That's religious relations, I didn't want to go there. So what culture group are they? Anyway, they're the Mongol culture group. Now, here's something important. And I'm actually going to abandon this assassination plot now that I've realized this. The Casus Belli, the tribal invasion Casus Belli, is due to the culture of the group, I believe. So even though this guy here will be Tengri, he's Persian, so he shouldn't have that particular thing. So let's abandon this plot and kill the kid. And hopefully that stops from having their really powerful Casus Belli. because that's one of the things that make the Mongols insane, as well as having the huge amount of troops who are exceptional, and the 20 plus martial commanders, which we've dealt with. We've gotten rid of a lot of them. You, send gift. Join in on plot. Thank you. And anybody else? A few of you. We'll get as many as possible because I'd like this to happen sooner rather than later. And it doesn't really matter if he dislikes me because, well, he's going to be dead in a moment. And we've got enough money to throw 20 gold at everybody. So yeah, dealing with the Mongols is really a sort of a multi-spectrum sort of attack. Okay, it's everybody except for this guy, who I'll get in on it as well, even though he's only worth 5%. I do wish that they took attrition. I mean, less attrition would be appropriate, but seriously, they've got 56,000 people in a place where they should only have about 15k at most. It's ridiculous. Like, how is anybody who isn't a player supposed to stand up to that? And the message there is that they shouldn't. The computer is supposed to fall to the Ilkhanate and the Golden Horde. Duke Jacob is annoyed that we're brave. Right, how's your revolution going? 52% in favor of the other guy. Well, Well, I think I'm going to have a holy war for this place. Thank you. And we'll move around like that, while this force can move in like that. We've got the supply limit for it, we might as well use it. Of course, they may just fold and, you know, give it up to us. Or not give it up to us, but give it up to the other guy. Which would be unfortunate, but what can you do? Yes, I'm not attacking the Carbonids right now because I would like them to, well, use up some of the Mongols' army, basically. So once they lose these huge stacks, there we go, murder plot away. Once we get rid of these huge stacks, the Mongols are no worse than, say, Cumania, or the Carbonids themselves. Hell, they'd be worse than Virata and Batid empires down here. It just wouldn't be an issue. We have a rebellion in Constantinople. That's a few guys. Ugh, lagging around the place. So I'm going to send this army over to deal with that, and then hopefully they can get back. Right. Little battle, but it isn't against the rebels in the first place, so it's kind of pointless. We have a daughter who has been born to Christine von Armin, who is my lover, and an unknown father named Almel Berger. Well, who knows who their father could possibly be? Doing pretty good in my old age. Yep, see, that war has ended. Annoyingly. Alright. Everybody out. Yeah, they saw us coming and were like, oh, fuck that. Yeah, it looks like the Mongols are definitely going to take their stuff. Failure at the plot. That's alright, it's still going, and he was never going to like us anyway. Or not enough to not attack us in the first place. Oh, there we go. So the Ilkhanate just won that little fight there for Kiva. So we could potentially get an inroad here with the if we took Zabulistan off Afghanistan, but I kind of feel that this adventurer conquest over here is for Afghanistan itself, so they'll be taking that. Right. He may come at us next, just on the basis that, you know, we tried to kill him. That's fine. And if he does, we'll just have to, well, be ready for him. Actually, the Carpetids folded fairly quickly. They shouldn't have had that much war score, unless they actually fought them with that huge army and lost. Losing that many men would definitely have forced them into, you know, giving up. Another thing we can do to reduce the ridiculous amount of... Oh, our truce of the Shahrazids is running out. Let's keep that up there. My liege, very soon the scheming Duchess Beatrix of Chea will make accusations against me. Do not believe a word of it. That's his wife, of course. She hates me and lacks all honor and decency. Your faithful vassal, Duke Werner. Alright. Well, forewarned is forearmed. 1st of January, a little bit of lag there. Finland is no longer part of Scandinavia, and neither is Denmark. So the only remaining part of Scandinavia is Norway, and in 41 years that will no longer be the case. So at that point we will be able to form the titular title of Emperor of Scandinavia. Or it'll still be Kaiser because we're German. How are the rest of them going? Carpathia is one I'm really interested in. Yeah, 71 years there. And Venice should change up next year as well. That's pretty cool. I like watching the shifts happen. It's very interesting. Anyway, I grow tired of this guy's cynical ways. Stop being so cynical. Duke Beatrix would like to inform me that Duke Werner is a traitor. We really like Duke Werner. He's a cool bloke. Duke Beatrix doesn't particularly like us, and she's ambitious, and he did warn us. So evidence? This is nonsense. Right. Well, now that the Carpetids aren't at war with the Mongols, the Mongols are now attacking the Shahrazids for Khiva. So all of this, but if they do get that, they will not get these parts because they're being held by the adventurer. So that's actually really cool for us. And if they do, then they're going to be hostile to Varshab anyway. We can't help these guys out. It's a real shame. I would love to help these guys out, but we can't do it. Oh well. Where's this army? Still moving towards Constantinople. It's a pretty big army of peasants. Excuse me. So, what's actually happening? There's some internal issues in the Batid Empire, but nothing major. We're just going to have truces with a bunch of these people for a long time. As we Still trying to kill the Khan. Or the Kagan. And of course, doing the thing that we did last time, while a lot more reliable now because he's only a kid, still cost us 450 gold. So it's not exactly the best idea. This army here is almost back up to speed. I'm very glad to see that. Now we just haven't really increased our retinue at all. We need more land. That's what we need. So. We need more land. Who can we get it off? We can't get it off Millennia. We've just finished a war with them. We can't get it in India at the moment because we have truces with everybody except this guy, but he's only a single province. It's not going to help us out too much. Oh, it looks like these guys changed rulers? They certainly did. The Batid Empire has now become the Pratihara Empire, which is great for us. So, what would I like a holy war for? Could take that little area there, could take that area, up there, there, or there. I'm thinking this area here, because that will put us in contact with the Ratta Empire. And our troops are right there. Let's do that. Now, there are a lot of holdings in these places, but I'm hopeful that we're not going to have issues with crashing. And these places here should be fairly easy to siege down because they've just been taken by rebels. My beloved wife Pretslava is constantly bored and keeps talking about the new fashion she has heard about. Now she wants me to introduce it at court. My money is your money, darling, which gives us charitable. Or vanity is a sin, let's go to the church instead. We both become zealous. Or this is my money you're talking about, which gives us the greedy trait. All of these are good, to be honest. I mean, greedy has a little bit of a negative diplomacy thing, but you get more tax. And she probably dislikes us a little bit for that. Zealous means that we'll both like each other even more, because we'll both have the zealous trait, and we'll both be Catholic, so that's a plus 30 opinion for us. Gives us more piety per month and increased martial. Charitable gives us plus 3 diplomacy, which is huge for us. Let's be zealous. So now we're both zealous. So our martial has increased, which gives us more troops. And thereby that decreases the power of any factions. Not that the factions are doing very well anyway. Maybe we should start stabbing on with our heirs, get ourselves some decent actual progression. I would love, and I mean absolutely love, if I can just find an appropriate one, for this kid here, for Almeric to be my actual heir. I mean, look at him. He's bloody perfect. Do I have spare room? I got spare room. Almeric, buddy, pal, I'm gonna educate you. We're just gonna wait for that to be okayed by his father. Yep, gladly consents. Of course he does. But Almeric is like... Okay, let's see. So it goes Rudger, Feitmar, Werner, Feitmar. So that's, what, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then Anselm. It's just so far off. It's ridiculous how far off this will be. We'd have to kill a lot of people, and at least one of them we can't manually kill. Well, we can pay to have Prince Rudgar killed, but we can't, like, plot to kill him. That being said, he's not looking in the greatest of states. He's ill, he's stressed. We can always plot to kill our grandchildren, though. We might do that. We'll see. I can take the Kinslayer penalty. I'm old. I'm gonna die soon myself. Ah, jeez, I don't know whether to attempt to get this one done. Well, we've completely occupied that place though, so now let's just waltz over down here. That's 56%. I'm gonna make them send me the offer. That's what we're doing now. We're making them send us the offer. How are the Mongols doing now? 20% in favor of them against the Sharazids. Looks like they're going to try and get this Bostian rebellion as well. Oh well. Keep at it, boys. The more you fight other things, the better it is for me. Well, almost there. These guys have made almost no progression at Constantinople because look at that, 1.1% every 12 days. It's going to take them 3 years to breach the walls of Constantinople. That's how good those Theodosian walls are. They don't have cannons like the Turks did, right? We captured this guy. He's the leader of a Bengal band, which would be mercenaries. Can he be ransomed? He can be. I'm not too worried about necking him because he was already infirm. Yep, good on you. Yeah, see, infirm. And while he is a brilliant strategist, which gives him a bit more health, he's still not in the greatest of conditions, being 74 years old. Can we get this kid killed already? Seriously, guys, it's not that hard. We'll hire this guy. 56 gold? What? What do you think, you're special or something? We'll still pay it because, you know, it's nice to pay money to have things happen. Okay, looks like we've got a maid who is going to attempt to murder the young Kargan. So let's hope that works. Because I would dearly like for him to lose that really good Casus Belli. Oh, we actually have a reason for war. Huh. For Dihistan, because we're next to the province. We could really use that. I'm sure that most of his armies are down here. We're not going to be able to go through Cumania, so we're going to be a little bit limited. Let's try and wrap this war up down south and the little rebellion in Constantinople, which should be handled fairly shortly. And then we'll look into doing things. Well, we killed him. He's dead. Who's now in control? This guy, who is a Mongol. Again, seriously? I thought we dealt with this. But he's a terrible leader. Hilariously. I thought we dealt with this. Oh, he's got a lovely wife. Okay, let me think. Gavelkind doesn't matter because he's only got one heir. I'm not terribly concerned about his abilities. Okay. think it's time to stab on. So Rudgar is next. Rudgar is all stressed out and shit, but after Rudgar we have Fightmar. Who's this guy here? He's alright. Like, he's not brilliant, but he's alright. So let's just keep him for a bit. And who's after him? Werner. Now, Werner is... well, he's a child. Do we really want to do this? Let's see, there's 2 there. And Rudgar will Fightmar himself, so it's 3. 4, he hasn't had a son yet, so he's fine. 4, 5, 6. Well, we definitely don't want that one. And then we come over here to Baldwin, and we've got to kill Baldwin and Gotthard. So it's actually 8 deaths that need to occur before we can get Almeric here. God, that's a lot. Like, that is a large amount of deaths. I think we're just gonna have to ride it. Bro, this guy's kids are just abysmal. Fuck. We're not that good at plotting either, I think. No, we're not. We do have a good spy master, though. Yeah, I'm really not sure. Just send this guy back to somewhere, I guess. Ah, that's right, we had him down in Sri Lanka. And that means that our chaplain can now go back to increasing, well, cultural gain in Oberbayern. I'm not sure if we have the time to make 8 kills. 2 of them will be paid, because we can't plot these guys down. Gerlach here would also be pretty cool, but he's pretty far down in the line of succession, I believe. Yeah, he would come after Almeric. Okay, well, what we're going to do is we are going to start this. So, we're going to come down to fight Mars' sons. Actually, yes, we're going to start offing... This is a big decision, honestly. I'm going to start offing the sons. Invite everybody who'll come. Now. Well, we'll see what plot percentage that gives us. It should give us over 100. Oh, right, yes, we had a battle up here, of course. The peasant rebels. Bloody peasants. Prince Gerlach is of legal age. He's a charismatic negotiator. Okay, that's good. He's going to want a holding of some kind. Yes, he's an unlanded son. Well, before we do that, let's get him married to someone. Okay. Well, I guess we're looking for young 16-year-olds. Well, 16-year-olds. I don't think you can get old 16-year-olds. Or his child, Zenny. She's ill, but she's got a bunch of nice stats, so let's keep her in mind for like 2 years' time. Which means we'll have to hang him around for 2 years. We're looking for quick and genius. Excuse me. Okay, we're into 16-year-olds now. Quick and genius, thank you. Yeah, I wish we could order these. Or like filter. There's a strong one. I mean, that's a good place to start, but she's also possessed. Ah, there we go. We've got a quick 17-year-old. Indulgent Wastrel, that's not wonderful. So let's keep her in mind. While we just scroll up a bit to about the 20-year-old. Is that a quick one? Yes, Wilhelmina here. Diligent, gregarious, kind, just, proud, quick, and a brilliant strategist. She has an amazing stat array, and she's a German Catholic. And Hildegard here is, well, okay, here's the difference. She's a brilliant strategist. Hildegard is a Grey Eminence, so she gets a fertility boost as well. Hildegard? Done. Get married in 3 days. Wonderful. So now they're married and at court, and I can safely find a place for them to go stay at. So it's not going to be Tyrol, is it? Oh well, it might be, because we are going to have to viciously murder various people. 29 and 29. We're going to have to wait for our Spy Master to be available for redistribution. Oof, look at that. Just so many damn troops. 45,000 or so. And there's more around the place. Yeah, there's another 25,000 there, so he's got 65,000 just hanging around down there. Well, Count Rudgard died of an illness, so we've got a new heir. Specifically, Count Feitmar. Well, that's okay. We better just quickly nominate him as our various successors. There we are, Count of Tyrol. And Count of Tyrol. Oh, we've got another one, Scotland. Right, of course. Count of Tyrol and Ireland. I've got more elective kingdoms than I thought. Count of Tyrol. That's everybody. Good. Right. Oh, we can afford an increase in majesty. Very well. Well, that takes away one of the massive payments we were going to have to do. Alright, let's get some people involved. No? You little bitch. Yeah, let's just get it sorted. Seriously. If it has a little hovery arrow, I expect you to... You little bastard. That was like 3 of the 4 people. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, the Duke of Lahore managed to take this place, so let's see if our retinue cap has gone up. It has enough for 1 skirmish retinue. That's fine. Yes, of course you will favour my chosen successor. Okay, we won the revolt in Constantinople, so let's quickly try and send this army back to Mazandaran. Yeah, that is 80,000 troops just sitting there. That's insane. I see this guy's managed to get a bunch of people in his court. I wonder, has he had children yet? No? No children yet? How much does it cost to murder these ones? 150. Could be worth it. We're going to definitely have to wait until Spy Master is available for reassignment, though. So, I mean, look at this. They're in the middle of a damn desert. Just 50,000 of them. I can understand them having no issues with supply up on the steppes because it's like native territory and, you know, they know how to forage and raid and pillage and all that sort of stuff. You're in the fucking desert. And not just any desert, like the Afghan desert. Like, seriously, guys. Where are you going to find food there? My daughter died of pneumonia. That's a shame. Oh well, these things happen. These things do happen. Okay, but seriously, can you kill this kid already? I guess the Mongols ended their war. I'm not sure what happened there, but yeah, they just ended their war and they didn't actually take any of the land. Ah, I know what happened. There's a new ruler of the Shahrazids. This guy. So we could take Daristan or Kabulistan over there or Zabilistan down there. And that would put us in contact with the Ilkhanate. Now that's a potential danger situation, putting us in contact with the Ilkhanate. Particularly in these areas. These areas do not have the greatest of supply limits, even when we take them. So maybe if we took Khorasan off the Khorabadids, so there, Khorasan, and these three places off the Shahrazids, then we'd have a nice sort of line which we could sort of sit in. I think that would be a good idea. But we've got these wars to deal with first, don't we? Okay, first of all, we've got a betrothal completion between these two. Yes. We also have a peace offer from the, what are they? The Pratihara Empire. We have 5 minutes or so to go till the end of the episode, but, well, I'm going to chance this. I'm going to chance it, so let's go family trade zones, get rid of the demence thing, get rid of the outlier, get rid of that, get rid of all of these messages, and just please don't fuck up. I'm actually going to go and sit in the damn Sahara Desert. Actually, no, let's change that up. Let's go to the Gobi or whatever this is. It doesn't actually tell us it's Outer Mongolia. Yeah, so that's appropriate. Just please, man, don't crash. Didn't crash. Thank you. Whew. I'm a little bit happy about that. Maybe we've found a way to stop it from crashing. I would like that a lot. Down to the Independent Realms map, and you can see we've just nabbed that little bit of land, so let's distribute it out. No baronies, just a bunch of bishoprics. There's a barony here. A single barony. That's fine. Form the duchy. Or usurp the duchy, anyway. Thank you. This guy here, Gottfried. Hey, he's pretty good too. Enjoy your new duchy, my friend. Now, How's that done for us? That's done pretty well for us. So let's see. 1, 2. Ah, we only got 2. So we still need 1 more skirmish retinue and then the knights. How to deal with the knights? Well, we could take a duchy off Rata, which would literally be this little area here. I mean, that would be fine. What sort of forces do they have? They're the Deccan Empire, I believe. So 56,000, nothing to sneeze at. The Deccans, right? Yep. Nothing to sneeze at. And we're kind of trying to deal with these Mongols as well, aren't we? Okay, I'm going to pull these 2 armies out. They're going to head up here. I'm going to have 1 there. And the other one there. Supply's fine there. This army is slowly making its way back. I'm going to declare on the Shahrazids right now for Dihistan. I think. Yes. Yes, that is exactly what I'm going to do, because even though the Mongols aren't affected by the supply limit, they take up positions in it. So, currently the supply limit in Zaranj, for me, is 46,000 out of about 14,000. If we move any troops there, they'll get attrition to hell. It's not nice, and I don't like it. So let's just get a war declaration up here against this wounded guy. And we'll take Dihistan, even though I kind of feel like I should take Zabulistan instead. Actually, desert, plains, desert, 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 desert and mountains. Ooh, mountains. Change of plans, we're taking Zabulistan. Are we? Oh man, I'm just going to be indecisive. Mountains, mountains, mountains. Okay, that is really good for us. So yes, we'll take Zabulistan. The reason being, because these are all mountains along here, that's going to be our border with the Ilkhanate. We're going to just dump troops in those provinces as much as we can with the supply limit issue. And yeah, hopefully based on that, well, we should be able to get the mountain bonus when the Mongols eventually attack us. I've got an arranged marriage offer between Princess Benedicta and Dietmar von Waging. That's who she's betrothed to anyway, buddy. Now that's interesting. Princess Benedicta here wants to become the heir of the HRE. You can't do that, sweetheart. It's agnetic primogeniture, but yes, you guys should marry. There's a little bit of confusion there about the various messages. Ah, good, we've got a murder happening. Hopefully we don't get discovered. And see, now these Mongols are taking attrition. It says they've been out of supply, so now they're taking 0.1% attrition. But they're going to move out of there well before that actually matters. Somewhat irritating, but whatever. He called him Vakara, but did. That's alright. I don't expect him to do anything. Mainly because they're currently at war with the Mongols. The Mongols are attempting to conquer Kunduz. Which is this one here. Okay, good. I don't care too much about that, as long as it wasn't one of these two. Are you guys moving? Slowly. Oh, there's going to be massive supply issues once you get out of there, isn't there? So one of you should actually head up like that. And I'm actually thinking delay him, send him out again. And hopefully that works out for us. Plus opinion with the Pope. We succeeded, and nobody has any reason to blame me. Good. So now our order of succession is Feitmar, Werner, and then Rudger. Who the fuck is Rudger? Not Anselm. This guy. Well, that's no good. You won't come to the court. Okay, we're gonna have to deal with some of this. We can't invite children to court, of course. It was Almeric who we actually wanted to inherit. Okay, so currently, Feitmar, Werner, Rudger. Why aren't you in the list? Yeah. Whatever. Werner, how killable is he? 136. Do it. Actually, he would cost 150. His father would cost 450. Okay, that's fair enough. How murderable is his father? Very murderable. Right. Get it underway, guys. Just do it. A lot of people will jump in on this because they don't want him to rule, being the heir. They've got better opinions. Excuse me. Good, good. Excellent. The Duke of Cerebatot has declared war on the Brotherhood of the Holy Sepulchre for one of his counties that he should have. They should do that more often, really. Look at that, 218%. We don't need anybody else. Not that we can even get anybody else. Just push this war a little bit. Duke of East Anglia told everybody that we're going to try and kill the guy. It was going to happen eventually. And I'm not too worried. He might be my heir, but you know, he's not great. Okay, that's good. That's good. We've successfully besieged that province. I'm going to just move my guys out like so. And let these two armies down here, who have again managed to combine in some bizarre fashion. Oh, whatever, they can take the slight amount of attrition as they move up that way. If it comes up and calls as a kinslayer, that's when we start just getting our stab on and paying for it. I would like this into economy, thank you very much. It went to military, that's alright as well. Would have been a lot better in economy though, just, you know, letting you know. Good, murder plot occurring. Let's just see how this goes and then we'll call an end to the episode because we are right on that hour mark. Venice is now part of HRE. Properly. Like de jure. Get rid of all of these call to arms. Come on, where's our murder plot? Gotta hope it succeeds. Where is it? Oh, come on, guys. There we go. We killed him. He died not knowing the name of his killer. We need a new successor. Currently, Count Werner of Tyrol down here is our heir. He's not going to be that for long because we're going to invite everybody. I do need to nominate the Count as being my, what do you call it, my successor in the various kingdoms. Is he not an option? How old is he? 3 years old. He's not an option. Well, that's bizarre. Is he an option here? Count Werner. No, he's not an option. Why the hell not? Well, that's just concerning. We do need to nominate people for it though, so let's... Almeric. Let's see if we can nominate Almeric. No, there are several Almerics, but not the one we're after. Well, that's odd. Oh well, I guess we support Prince Gerlach for the moment. Why not? Let's just sort that out and then we'll end the episode. Gerlach, Gerlach, Gerlach. There he is. Oh, we'll just do that in all the places. I'm a little concerned that it wasn't letting us nominate who we wanted to nominate. I mean, it really should, you know? Alright, anyway, enough faffing around. That should be the end of the episode. So, as usual, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. I'll get to them as soon as possible. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a like. And if you would enjoy seeing more of this sort of thing, well, please subscribe. In the meantime, though, I've been Sub. You have been yourselves. Later.